morning everyone. Today we will start our new chapter, that is the chapter Measures of Central Tendency. Measures of Central Tendency are having the two parts of this chapter. Today we will start the first part, that is the arithmetic mean. Students, I hope you all are aware about the mean. What is arithmetic mean? Because it is a part of your syllabus in 10th standard maths also. So with the help of the central tendency, we just learned about in this chapter central tendency according to the arithmetic mean, or we can say average method. Different part of the central tendency, that is mean, median and mode, and quartile, percentile, decile, many more are there. But in your syllabus, basically there is only three: mean, median and mode. Some quartile derivation also given to you. So we can say some quartile, mean, median, mode, and quartile, that is called upper quartile and lower quartile also in your part of the syllabus. Percentile, decile, everything is under your part of your syllabus. Now, when we are talking about the central tendency, so first keep in your mind what is the meaning of the central tendency. So, central tendency, it means a single value which is used to represent an entire set of the data. It means when we are talking about the number of marks of the 50 students in the accountancy, marks of the 50 student of the statistics, different subject we can say. So if we are taking the data of the 50 students, so what is the average marks, or what are the median and what are the most frequently marks used by these students. So it is called the measures of central tendency. It means when we are talking about the entire sum of बहुत सारे लोगों के बदले में हमको जो एक वैल्यू मिलती है, it is called the central tendency. ठीक है? So again, meaning is it is the single value which is used to represent the entire set of data. Three principles are the measures of the central tendency. Basically, three principles like arithmetic mean. We can say average also. We can denote it by x bar. Median, it is denoted by the capital M. And mode, it is denoted by the capital Z. So these are the three main principles of the central tendency. Now the next topic is objective and functions of the average. First we will start average. Average means arithmetic mean, it is also called the average also. So when we are talking about the average or function and objective of the average, first to present the huge data in the summarized form. जैसे मैंने बोला ना 100 लोग हैं, 50 लोग हैं, इनके बदले में हम एक आंसर दे रहे हैं. फाइन, हमारे पास 50 स्टूडेंट्स का डेटा है, बट उसके बदले में हम एक एवरेज निकाल रहे हैं. सपोज आउट ऑफ 50 मार्क्स 10 स्टूडेंट गेट द मार्क्स ऑफ दिस अकाउंटेंसी, just like one student get the 30, 45, 30, 32, 50, 43, 48, like this, right? So you just summarize all this data in the one numerical form. It means the huge, first to present the huge data in the summarized form. It is called the, or we can say objective of main function of the average. So it is very different to grasp the large number of the easier to numerical figure. Average summarizes data in the single figure, which make it easier to understand the remember. If I am giving you the 50 students marks, suppose 50 बच्चों के marks मैं आपको देती हूँ, you just thoroughly summarize, recognize these marks and learn these marks. So this is very difficult. But if I am giving you some data कि average marks of this class is 30, मतलब that is very easy to recognize or remember also. Second is to make the comparison easier. It means average are very helpful for making the comparative studies, as they reduce the mass of the statistical data in the single figure. Such comparison can be made either at a point of time or over the period of time. Just like an example, average sales figure figure of any month can be compared with the preceding month or even with the sales figures of the compared in the form of the same month also. So we can say, so that is very comparatively very easier. Why easier beta? Comparison is very easier. If we get the summarized data, or we can say हमने पहले summarized form में हमने एक numerical form में हमको data मिल गया है. If the example is given just cells, recognize the cells and comparison of cells. Particular month में suppose last of month is अगस्त month में कितना cells हुआ है? So average 35.5 cell हुआ है. So now today in this month, today is the last day, so we just comparison data. This month 28.5. So we just easily compare both data because we got the summarized form in the one numerical system. थर्ड इज द टू हेल्प इन द डिसीजन मेकिंग. अगर हम लोग अच्छे से कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं तो दैट इज वेरी इजी टू डिसीजन मेकिंग. सपोज लास्ट ईयर यू गेट द गुड एवरेज सेल्स, दिस ईयर और यू डोंट गेट द सपोज द गुड एवरेज सेल्स, सो यू जस्ट कंपेयर योर डेटा एंड हेल्प टू डिसीजन मेकिंग कि व्हाई दिस हैपनिंग. Fine. Now today is the pandemic condition, so avoid this condition. But again another 2 years we can say. So you just compare the data and you just find out the whether our fault is there. You just decision making. Suppose you are producing 2 products. Fine. Suppose the chalk and duster you are producing. Nowadays, suppose chalk and marker is your product. Nowadays, chalk sales is reduced because of the most of the classes and schools having the whiteboard system. Fine. So you just find out the what is the average selling of this product also and marker also. You just compare to data and at last you get the decision also. You taking the decision also just like now you stop the production of the chalk or you reduce the production of the chalk because the market demanding the marker only. Fine. So this is the helpful to comparison as well as decision making. Next, to know about the universe from a sample. It means आपके लिए पूरा universe एक sample है. You just find out that average also helps the obtaining an idea of the complete universe by means of the sample data. The average of the sample presents a clear picture of the average of the population. Just we can say national income, GDP. GDP, how can we find out the GDP? Total national income divided by number of people. So suppose we got the particular GDP, or we can say per capita income. What is per capita income? National income divided by number of person. So that is the divided by number of person. Suppose you got the 305, this much 3,500 per capita. Suppose you got the 3,500 per capita income. So what do you say? हर बंदे की इतनी इनकम है, पुअर टू रिच पीपल नहीं. दैट इज द मेनली डिफरेंशिएट और वी कैन से डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ऑफ द वेल्थ इन द कंट्री ऑल्सो. सो दिस इज नॉट पुअर बट दिस इज द एवरेज. फाइन. सो वी कैन से कि हमने मान लिया है 121 करोड़ पीपल हैविंग द सेम पर कैपिटा इनकम. सो दैट इज वी कैन से कि ऑल एंटायर पॉपुलेशन, सपोज मैंने जैसे 50 स्टूडेंट्स के मार्क्स की बात की, सो वी गेट द 35 नंबर, एवरेज नंबर 35. राइट. So 35 is your average number. Class average is there. Some students maybe got only 10 marks and some students got 50 marks also. But that is the 35 number, that is the average number, represent the entire 50 students present in the class on that the exam day. Next is the fifth one. To trace the prices, the relationship. It means average becomes the essential when it is the desire to establish the relationship between the different group of the quantity terms. Next, base for computing other measures. Average offer the base of the computing various other measures, thus like dispersion, sequence, curvature, that helps to make the other phases to statistical analysis. बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो एवरेज के यूज से आपको फाइंड आउट करनी है, बट In your syllabus, dispersion is there, one chapter is dispersion is there. With the help of the average or with the help of the x bar, you just find out the dispersion matter also. So this is all about the function or objective of the average method. Now you know about the what is arithmetic mean and what is arithmetic mean? That is the average. Here you know very clearly what is arithmetic mean, what is average, what is median, what is mode. Basically सारे पढ़ने आपके 10th में clear है. Still we will just start from the basic only. So in the arithmetic mean there are mainly 3 types of data you got. 3 types of data. When we can say, first we just find out the what is the meaning of the arithmetic mean. What is the meaning of the arithmetic mean? It is called AN and as well as X bar. Clear? What is the meaning of the arithmetic mean? So when the arithmetic mean, it is the sum of the value of the observation divided by the number of the observation. It means sum of the value of the observation. Sum of the value of the observation divided by number of observation. Who are the observer? That when we can say, we can take the example 50 students. So 50 students are the observer. Fine. So sum of the value of the observations divided by number of observation, that is the meaning or directly meaning is arithmetic mean. So we can say x bar equal to sigma xi upon n. Xi is, it means sum of the value of the observation. Sigma denoted by the sum. What is sigma? Sigma is your sum. So it is called the sum of xi upon n. I think so 10th तक आप लोग इसको sum of बोलते होंगे. But nowadays that is the popular sigma. So sigma that is also the sigma. जब हम dispersion और ये पढ़ेंगे तब इसको भी sigma बोलेंगे हम लोग. That is the physics का aspect हो गया sigma का. But now that is the my habit or that is the habitual. This is also called the sigma. So when I am using this sigma, it is the sum of. So sum of xi upon n, it means the sum of the value of observation of divided by number of observation. N equal to number of observation. There are mainly 3 series. Right? When we are talking about the x bar, अगर हमें x bar ढूंढना है, so we need the 3 types of series first. सब series के formula based color होते हैं. First series is individual series. Basically, just roughly, you just focus here. What do you mean by the individual series? Individual मतलब क्या होता है? अकेला. So when we got the only x, it means you got the only observations in your sum. You get the only observation. It means it is called the which type of series? Individual series. If you got the only observation in your question, this is called the individual series. Individual मतलब अकेला. So यहाँ अकेला x आपके साथ है. Clear? Now second series is some demerit and merits also from this method. Again this series just explain all this method also. That is the direct, indirect, it is called shortcut, and third is the step derivation. Clear? Today we will just talking about this method only or this series only. Second is the discrete series and third is the continuous series. But in next video we will talk about these 2 series. Today we will discuss only this series. It is called the individual series. Individual series, it means, again I am repeating, individual series, it means only observation is given to you. But under the individual series, again 3 methods bifurcate: direct method, shortcut method and step derivation method. Fine? Which 3 methods are there? Direct method, shortcut method and step derivation. So first we will start the method of the direct method. We will start our X bar with direct method. You just write down all these things because this is the numerical based chapter. So please do numerical with me only. Fine. So X bar with direct method. First, explain the formula of the direct method. So X bar equal to sigma xi upon n. This is the formula of the direct method. This is the formula of the direct method. Here X bar it means arithmetic mean and it means sum of, xi it means data observations, and n it means number of observations. Clear? So this is the formula x bar equal to sigma xi upon n, and here x bar equal to arithmetic mean, sigma equal to sum of, xi equal to observation, and n denoted by the number of observation. First we can take the one example of this direct method. Write down here only the marks obtained by the 10 students. Question number 1. Marks of 10 students. Clear? So here data is given to you. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Here 10 till 10, maybe it is not visible for you. So we just rub this and do here properly so you can see properly visibility in the board also. So question number 1, marks of 10 students. Subject is not given to you. So number of students, numbers, 10 students given to you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Fine. So here just write down n equal to 10. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 students is given to you. Now marks. Marks it is called your x, your observation. So marks, how much marks is given beta? So write down 85, 60, 50, 75, 55, 40, 55, 70, 45 and 65. Clear? Just find out the sum of x here. Just total of this 85, 60, 50, 75, 55, 40, 55, 70, 45 and 65. When we are total of sum of this is 600. Now just write down the formula. What is the formula? X bar equal to sigma xi upon n. So what is your sigma xi? 600. So 600 upon n, it means n equal to 10. So 0, 0. So your x bar becomes x bar equal to 60. This is your answer. Clear? But don't write like this because it is compulsory. You just put the value of the unit also. So x bar equal to 60 marks. बेटा यूनिट के मार्क्स डिडक्ट हो जाते हैं as per the board rule. If you don't write the unit with the answer, you deduct that half marks is deducted in the board examinations. Fine. So I hope you just enjoy this lecture also, and something is new because बहुत दिन से हम statistics में theory point of view कर रहे थे. Now today is something interesting. Fine. So I hope you all understand about the today's topic also. Tomorrow we will continue this chapter again. Thank you. Have a nice day.